As someone who does fitness, things like this really piss me off, to be honest. I just was on Shitbook and something come up about losing weight quick. So I always have a look, because you just got to have a look to see what crap they're feeding people. So it said this simple trick, and it had this short video of about 2 seconds of an ice cube being dipped in salt and then someone rubbing it on their wrist. Like, right, okay, what crap are they asking people to do now? What special salt is it? What special salt? So I click on the link, and it said that it's a 3 minute and 10-second video. 10 minutes later, I still haven't been told what the process is. So I then closed the video because I was sick and tired of this American man repeating himself. Oh my God, it's absolutely amazing. Just these simple steps. I'll tell you all about that in a minute. And then this long-winded story about his wife. And then people going, oh, I'm 51 and I've lost 20 pounds in da-da-da. Da-da-da. No information. They just went on and on and on and on. It's almost like they have to keep saying, oh, look, proof, this works. Look, proof, this works. And the constant repeating is a red flag for anyone. So anyway, I looked it up, and apparently this thing's gone viral about putting salt in your water. Celtic salt is probably the one you want to use, or Himalayan salt, never sea salt, which they're suggesting, and another salt, because it doesn't have the same molecule structure or something. Our bodies absorb Celtic and Himalayan salt better into its cells, because there's a trick that they use where if you go to the toilet, if you drink a glass of water, then you go to the toilet at night, if you put salt in, your body seems to absorb it a bit better. And there is very limited research to say that you can flush your body with salt. You're just flushing your body of water, basically. You're refreshing your water. We are predominantly water. We store water, we store carbs in our glycon pockets in our muscles. And all these diets seem to flush all that. So if you're on the Atkins diet, you're flushing out your glycons, out your muscle storage, which is energy storage, which you need. And if you haven't got no glycon storage in your muscles look flat. So, and you will be slightly smaller. Because if I eat some really crap carbs, non-whole food carbs, tomorrow my body will retain a bit more water, and I'll be a bit more puffy. It's normal, it's how your body's processing the stuff. Or there's other diets where you just strip yourself of water. So basically, most of the diets I see are either starving you of carbohydrates, which is a source of energy you actually need, or dehydrating the fuck out of you by putting all the water out your system. So then you feel really thin for a week, and then the following week you actually start drinking water or actually consuming anything of it. Honestly, unless you've got underlying health conditions or you've got some kind of added thing, like people go, oh yeah, but you know, if you're diabetic type 1, different. You're born with it, it's different. It's to do with how your pancreas doesn't produce insulin, etc., etc. Type 2 diabetes is caused by bad lifestyle. I'm sorry, but it is. Your pancreas is overworking, trying to deal with the excessive amount of sugar that you put into your system, because like a Mars bar, a simple Mars bar, a candy bar or a chocolate bar in the UK, I can't eat a whole one because it makes me feel sick. There's too much sugar in it. Your body goes, oh my God. So your pancreas produces a shit ton of insulin to deal with it. That sugar then runs around your body, frantically being tried to be broke down by your body. And lots of it arrives in your muscles in the form of glycons and stored for energy. Over time, because things are so highly concentrated in sugar, you kind of in effect burning your pancreas out and then layering your muscles with fucking fat. You know when you get a shit piece of meat, not that I eat meat, you get a shit piece of meat that's marbled, that's got loads of fat inside it. Well, if your muscles in your body are like that, your body's not going to be able to absorb the sugar into the glycon pockets as easily as it is if you're lean. So therefore the sugar will stay in your bloodstream longer and will take ages to break down. And all this over time, 20, 30, 40 years, it all builds up. You know, it's simple as this. Unless you've got some serious underlying health condition that's affecting your thyroid, or you've been born with an issue where your brain doesn't tell you when to stop eating, or you've got Crohn's disease or something like that, where you've got absorption issues, you've got some literal clinical condition, right? If you're the standard person right? And I'm not going to say percentages, because last time I did, I got fucking told off by someone, oh, but there's not that many percentage of people in, yeah. There is in America's completely different to England. Don't get me wrong, we are catching up. The population, in a normal population, at least 70% of people in the global population, England's population, I don't know, but at least just most people, I'm not going to say an exact amount because someone will get autistically anal with me, are normal. And what you burn and what you eat, so if you burn 2,000 calories a day and you eat 2,000 calories a day, you'll burn all the food. If you eat 2,100 calories a day and only eat 2,000 and only burn 2,000 calories, and you do that for 5 days, that's 500 calories excess that you'll store as fat. That's it. Over time, that builds up. How many people do you know walk 10, 15, 20,000 steps a day? I do. I work in a building now. I work on the 3rd floor. There's probably, there's 267 people that work in this building, and I can count on one hand how many people climb the stairs. I go to anywhere, like a station, you know, the tube stations in London. The amount of people who go up the escalator, and granted, sometimes you have to go up the escalator, but the amount of people who don't walk as well, and the amount of people who would choose the escalator over the stairs. And it's like, I'll walk to Sainsbury's, right, which is at the top of my street. It's what? 400 yards there, 400 yards back, okay? I go up there and I get my shopping. I don't take the car. It's more hassle to get the car out of the driveway, put my cones back. I have to put cones in my parking space because people for the railway service will come and steal my parking space otherwise because they're fucking retards. Can't say that, can we? Let's extract that. I didn't call them retards. I called them, I don't know. Anyway, so I go to Sainsbury's, I buy my shopping, I put it in a backpack and I walk back with it. And I do that once a week. Now, if I didn't do that once a week, that's 250 calories that I would burn. You've got to be a bit more resource-wise with certain stuff, you know? Like, okay, yeah, it's not always, you don't always have to, if you're not putting on weight and you're a good weight, etc., and you're in good cardio health, you wouldn't need to do this. But why? It's just, I just don't understand how people can't grasp. Half the food you're eating is so concentrated in crap, it's ridiculous. How many of you cook fresh? How many of you cook from mono ingredients and cook fresh and know where your fucking stuff's come from? How, you know, when you go out with friends at the weekend, oh, it's all right, you can have some afters, it's all right, you can have a pint. You know what, having a pint of lager will stop you from losing weight for a couple of days. You'll retain water because your body, even one drink, because your body has to process that alcohol. And then you've got these unrealistic expectations on social media about what you should look like. I don't know how many more people are going to fall for this diet fad shit, you know? If you're overweight, it's unfortunate. And yes, if you want to lose weight, I understand you might be quite frustrated, but the only way you're going to do that is either restricting your food a bit and moving more. There's nothing else to it, unless you've got a really high-end medical condition that you've either caused yourself by eating too much, or is a genetic problem, or something you were born with. It's just, and I don't care if I get hate for it. Honestly, I know it's depressing sometimes for some people who are overweight. Oh yeah, it's all right for you. Well, I've been overweight. I didn't sit there and cry about it. I've done something about it. And that's the problem with society these days. Everyone's so weak. It's like, you can't even say man up, can you? Woman up. The reason why the term man up is used because men have testosterone and are usually a bit more aggressive than women, so they're a bit more ruh, right? Women wouldn't go ruh, they'd have a conversation. That's why we use the term man up. Stupid things like that. And I'm fucking gay. And it's just the political correctness has gone fucking, honestly. Go in now. Peace, love and light.